Comic-Con. I said Rhode Island Comic-Con. There you go. You got it. Ooh, I'm digging that shirt, brother. I am Louis Perry, your moderator for this panel. I'm not just emceeing. I am here because my next guest, she was in Texas. She's a writer. She's a producer. She's been known to have a nice beaver that's been stuffed. She was married to one of my inspirations, the one, the only, Priscilla Presley. Now, oh my God, I'm shaking and I forgot to say the rules. So, oh my God.
I paid him.
No, she did not. I was backstage. We just talking. I'm still shaking. Please sit. Before we start, we do got some rules. No live streaming, no video taking, but you can take your pictures at the end, please, okay? Oh my God. I am like so nervous right now. You have no idea. I'm shaking. She took a picture with me and I was shaking. I know, and I'm not.
I don't bite, you know. You don't have to.
That's not what your bodyguard told me. Welcome.
Thank you.
This is like, I'm awestruck. So I'm gonna rely on a lot of you guys to help me, okay? We do have a phone in, well, not a phone in, we do have an internet question. We'll get to that. If you do have a question, line up to the mic so we can get to that now. But before we start, we have the con rules, but I have what we call Angry Geeks rules. If you guys seen a lot of my panels, you know.
Angry what?
Angry Geeks.
Geeks?
Yeah.
Am I one?
You want to be? Oh my God, I would love for you to be a member of my cast. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm pretty sure Wonder Woman would love it and Sophia would love it. I would love to. Oh my God. Oh my God.
What have I got myself into?
So what our rules for that is, what questions are you tired of answering, don't want to answer, can't answer, or just like, oh my God, not this question again. Just let us know now so they won't ask you it and we don't have to worry about it.
Well, I might as well leave.
Yeah, okay, well, that's it. We're gonna go in the back and I'm gonna just like talk to her all by myself. So, see you guys, thanks for coming, bye.
No, you can ask me any questions.
All right, so let's get the phone, the internet thing out of the way. This is from Tom Polo, and he wants to know, did you enjoy Enrico Palazzo's national anthem?
What?
Look at the look. Yes.
What?
Yeah, he wants to know. Tom Polo, this was from the internet. This is from the QR code. Did you enjoy Enrico Palazzo's national anthem?
Unfortunately, I didn't see it.
That's from the Naked Gun.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
I thought you said just now from the national. Oh, national. Okay, I got it. I thought he did it again. Realistically, where have I been?
See, that's the power of the internet.
Where have I been? Well, what can I say? I mean, he was fantastic. I cannot believe how wonderful he was and how great he looked and his height and all that stuff that women love.
There you go, Tom. Thanks a lot. Wow. Oh, hi. Hi, what's your name?
My name's Laura.
Hi, Laura. Speak into the mic, Laura.
I can speak very loud.
Oh,
too.
we know. We can hear you.
Speak loud because I'm loud. Very nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Very big fan. Have read your book many, many, many times since I was like 12.
Oh, wow.
So,
jeez.
yeah, I have another book for you to sign. It fell apart. The first one fell apart. I've read it so much. But my question is, and this is my personal opinion, love Elvis, of course. Have loved him as for 35 years, whatever, too. I don't know why, I just always have. And I've loved both of you. And my personal opinion is that I really have a lot of disdain for Colonel Tom Parker. I cannot stand him. I think he's probably the worst thing that ever happened to his career. And I'm interested in if you ever got any inklings in the years that you, and chances are, I'm sure you guys didn't have a lot of, but did you ever get any inklings or any like sixth sense that like this dude is a bad dude?
No.
Like this, no, never.
No.
Really?
No. Colonel Parker, cared for Elvis very, very much. And it was his, job to protect him. Unfortunately, he wasn't artistic. He didn't really know, Elvis, and he just saw him, obviously could do movies, and he was a singer, and he blah, blah, blah. Elvis would never let him involved with picking out any of the songs or anything. But Colonel did care for Elvis a lot. He just really didn't know how to take care of him. Elvis loved meeting people. Elvis loved going to the shows in Vegas. Elvis loved all of that. And Colonel was concerned about him, being in the wrong crowd, let's say. He was like a father figure for him. He wasn't that bad. He just didn't really get his talent.
And that answer makes sense because you do feel that. You do feel like that because, he had taken him under his wing. The reason why I kind of felt that a little bit were choices that he made, like for example, A Star Is Born, where that would have been a huge boon
You're
for
right.
Elvis to have. And
You're right.
he had so much talent, and to lock him into these
But
movies that I love.
I get that, but here's the deal. Barbara Streisand was running the show. She was the boss.
I heard that she wanted top billing, right?
She wanted top billing.
Yes.
And that's why Colonel Parker did not want Elvis to do it, because she was running the show and he would not have top billing. And he always had top billing, and it lessened him, meaning Elvis.
That makes sense.
Yes.
Your answer makes total sense. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, what's your name?
Gus.
Hi, Gus.
Hi, Gus.
Hi. Quick question is from the Naked Gun series. Do you have any fun stories you could share about you and Leslie working together?
Oh gosh, I love Leslie. Leslie was, I didn't really know him at all when I first met him, but he had such a great sense of humor. He broke the ice between me being very nervous, not really saying too much, quite shy, and he would do silly things like pretending he tripped. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I think I have to help him, because he's like walking kind of crazy. And he had me, I couldn't quite figure him out. But he was doing those things for me to get to know who he was. He was really not just a serious actor, he was a comedian. And he could be, as far as not even, we're having lunch and he'd be coming up with some joke or something. That he was wonderful to work with. And that was his first comedy too, because he was a very serious actor and a very good one as well. But I loved working with him. I miss him very, very much. He was great to be around, and even everyone in the movie loved him. Yeah.
Thank you.
Before we get to our next question, speaking about the Naked Gun series, did you think that you had a funny bone in you?
Well, I had a funny bone. I can laugh.
Well, I know that, but I mean, it's like being who you were, and then seeing you, or who you are, and then seeing you in the Naked Gun and how hilarious you were. It was just like, see, you know where I'm going. And it's like, wow, she's hilarious. This is like,
It wasn't me being hilarious. It was the position that I was in with who I was working with that was hilarious.
But you made it work so well, and it came
I had to. I was being paid.
What did you think reading the script, though?
I loved it. The script was great, and I laughed through the whole script. I didn't know if people would take me seriously. But it was a challenge. There's no doubt. I was around real professionals. I mean, working with Leslie and he was funny and got me to really relax and have fun with it.
Okay.
Yes.
Hi, what's your name?
Hi, my name is Tony.
Hi, Tony.
Tony.
There have been so many really great adaptations of Elvis's life, different biopics. Out of all the actors who played Elvis, who do you think most captured who he really was?
Oh, boy. There's been a couple of them. The last one. What's his
Austin
name?
Butler.
Austin Butler.
Yeah,
Oh.
I thought he was amazing.
Austin
yeah.
Butler knocked it out.
I just got goosebumps. Yes,
Yeah.
he did.
Yeah, Austin Butler.
Thank you.
Sure.
Hi, what's your name?
Someone put this microphone up really high.
You can take it up. There you go.
She's good at that.
I know. Now look at that.
I was in media club in high school.
Hi.
They haven't changed the mic stands.
What's your name?
My name is Becca. I'm from New Hampshire. And I just want to start my deepest condolences for your loss of your daughter.
Oh.
That's something no one should ever have to go through. And I do hope you and your family
Thank you.
are getting through that together. And I just want, is there a particular song that Elvis sang that really spoke to you when you saw it, it lifted you up?
A Bridge Over Troubled Water.
Oh, yeah, I
I
like
like
that song.
that song very, very much. I was actually there when he sang the song and meant a lot to me in many, many ways. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You keep giving me goosebumps.
Settle down. There's more.
Hi, what's your name?
Hi, my name's Bob. I'm from Massachusetts. Last time I saw you, Priscilla, you were at Tony Lando's final concert, and you got a
Yes.
2-minute standing ovation when you were announced at the thing. My question to you, and again with your condolences to your family, and I know your niece was the catalyst. Please tell me no one's ever going to take Graceland away like they try to do. And I hope you're doing some kind of legal thing to sue this son of a gun.
Yeah.
And that's the worst I'll use on language because you're too much of a lady.
Which one are you talking about?
Well, the idea in regards to the last thing when that corporate individual came in and they try to, no records and they try to take the whole thing.
You're talking about Joel Wineshanker? I
Yes.
call him Winewanker.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I knew you did. I couldn't say that because you're a lady. You can.
I don't want to see this in the news.
No.
I will find you.
She got the fingers going.
Between us. Okay. What about him?
There's no way anyone's going to ever touch that again. That was ridiculous. The whole
Well-
thing. I don't know how it got that far.
Well, to be honest, my daughter was working with him, and she didn't know, what he was aiming for and what he was doing, unfortunately. So, yeah, he's pretty much taken over Graceland, and he has 85%.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
unfortunately. Unfortunately. But, the thing, I don't know. I don't want to say anything bad, but
You can.
it's hard. Well, I almost said it. It's been difficult on all of us who are there at Graceland. And, I still have Jack Soden there, who I hired from the very, very beginning. He doesn't really do that much now, but at least he's still there. But I really don't know, where we're going with it. I'm sure it'll never be sold again,
Okay.
but that's the good thing.
Thank you and God
Right.
bless you.
Thank
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, next question.
Hi, Craig from Worcester, Massachusetts. It's an honor and a privilege to be in the same room with you. You're rock and roll royalty, and this is very special to all of us. And real quick, not only is Elvis my favorite singer of all time, but it's also my favorite necktie.
I can see that. It's great.
This is my lucky Elvis tie.
How
So.
nice.
And just real quick, someone did kind of ask my question, but I'll still ask a variation of it. Do you have a favorite Elvis film, and is there a favorite song of yours, and is there an Elvis song that's too painful to listen to?
There's a few of them too painful to listen to, but I really liked his earlier movies. He was more in charge, and then unfortunately, they saw him as I don't know, saw him in films with, girls with bikinis, and this was Colonel Parker. I mean, basically, he took anything that he could get the money for that he asked for, unfortunately. But I don't like pretty much any of the others. The first three that he did.
Right.
And that was his favorite too, the first three.
And how about a song? Is there a few songs that are too painful?
Always on my mind.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thank
You know, even though Elvis and I left, our marriage, but we still remain very, very close, really very, very close. And it was better, actually, that for our relationship that I left, because, when you're married to someone like Elvis Presley, who's as popular as he was, and as many women that threw himself at him, and he was a taker. He's a guy, what am I gonna say? That's when I thought, it's time to go. But I didn't really leave. We were still really close. We had our daughter. He would drop by my place at 2:00 in the morning and want to talk. I mean, he was someone that you couldn't help but love. Let's just put it that way. Truly, he was amazing in every way, caring, thoughtful, loved his father and mother, and was generous. I'm going to tell you a quick story. You may have heard this. Do I have a minute?
Oh, you got all the time in the world.
Okay.
I am like...
Talk about Elvis's generosity. He wanted to go and see a car. He loved cars, Cadillacs. He wanted to go down to Memphis, downtown, to go to the, what do you call it, where the cars are? Dealership, thank you. And because we just went, we didn't talk about dealership back then. We just went to the dealership, okay? So we go there, and there was this black woman who was in the area looking at a car. And we just walked in, and he looked at this car as well. It was a Cadillac, beautiful Cadillac. And he looked over at her, and he said, "What do you think of this car?" And she said, "Oh, Miss Elvis, that is beautiful. That is one good-looking car." And he said, "Really, do you think so?" And she said, "Yes, sir, I do." And he said, "Okay." And he went over to the guy who was selling the car, and he said, "Can you give me the keys to that car? I just like to try it out." And he said, "Yep." And he came back with it, and he gave the keys to her.
Oh.
And he said, "Here, and I want you to try this car. Can you drive?" She said, "Yes, sir, I can drive." He goes, "Okay, because now it's yours."
Oh.
And she could not believe it. She said, "No way, no, sir, I can't." She didn't know what to say. She was now in tears. And Elvis said, "Oh, it's your car, and you take care of it, okay?" And she looked at him with these eyes all teary-eyed, and she just looked and said, "Yes, sir, I take good care of it," But that was Elvis. He was so generous in every way. But to see that woman's face, I will never forget. It was just, a beautiful sight. That just was him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Before we get to our next question, Agent Elvis. I love it. I love Agent Elvis. No,
Yeah. Good.
You're a producer on that.
Yeah.
How much involvement do you have in the stories? And
Oh, no, I was very involved with it.
Really?
Yeah, I was very involved. Unfortunately, it didn't last long enough. I don't know why, because they were great stories.
And once again, if you're involved in the stories, it's comedy, and it's your funny side. It's like, wow. Have you all seen Agent Elvis?
Yes, it's great.
Isn't it? I mean, what can we do to get more?
I know. Well, the studios, I guess. I mean, I was shocked. I thought it did really well, but it only lasted that one. 10 episodes.
Yes, we gotta. You know what? Let's start a petition right here, Rhode Island Comic Con 2024, to get more of Agent Elvis, because I was hoping you were.
And we were using real stories that actually happened.
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my God! Because I watched every episode like 2 or 3 times. Hi, what's your
Thank
name?
you for that. I appreciate
No, thank you. I loved it.
Hello, I'm Skylar. I'm from Maine.
Hi, Styler.
When we were talking at your table earlier, you had mentioned that the first time you had seen Elvis perform live in person was at the '68 special.
Yes.
And I just wanted to know, like, what memories you have of that whole experience, or is there one particular moment or memory that sticks out more than the others?
Yeah, when he started out singing and when he was, actually doing it, it was like, oh my God, I never saw this before. I never saw him in person at all until then. Of course, he went on to Vegas, but yeah, it was very new for me, and he was shocked himself. He goes, oh, what did I do? You're sitting there and you look. I had tears in my eyes actually, and he said, what did I say? And I go, you didn't say anything, it's what you did. He goes, what did I do? And I go, you're performing, and I've never seen you perform. And it's beautiful, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Before we get to our next question, I have another question. What's the weirdest thing? You're at Comic-Con. What's the weirdest thing a fan brought you to sign?
You don't want to know.
Yes, I do. Yeah, do we want to know? Yeah, see, we want to know. What's the weirdest thing?
A pair of underwear.
No.
Yes,
What? Really?
yes, yes, yes. Don't ask me anymore.
She touched me again. She touched me again. Okay, I won't.
You don't want to know.
Boxers or briefs?
No, she said don't ask anymore. Okay, one other question before we get to you. Do you collect?
Change the subject.
Do you collect anything?
Who?
You.
Me?
Yes.
What do I collect?
Well, you're at Comic-Con. You got to collect something.
Gosh,
You're at Rhode Island Comic-Con, right? Everybody collects something. Yes. Round of applause. What do you?
I honestly don't collect anything.
Really?
Well, maybe clothes.
Clothes.
I collect
Okay, you collect clothes. That's good.
I do.
Okay,
I
please.
got clothes from back in the 60s.
Really?
I don't get rid
dress
of
like
them,
I'm
I
from the
can't.
60s. Oh, wow. Okay. Hi.
Hi, I'm
What-
Michaela.
Hi, Michaela.
Hi.
So my question, so for the Priscilla movie last year, you were executive producer. Did you have any say in the casting, or did you meet them after the fact?
I'm sorry, on what film?
Priscilla.
Oh, no, I didn't.
You didn't have any say in
I didn't, no.
What did you think of the casting?
I liked it, actually. I liked her. I thought she was really, really very good. I did meet with her. She was very nervous, and she said, is there anything you can give me that could help me, in the film, being you? And I said, yes, please just be sensitive to him, please. And I think she did a really good job, really good, yeah.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Hi, what's your name?
Hi, Vicki, and I'm from Deerfield, Massachusetts.
Hi, Vicki.
Yankee Candle Land. Ooh.
No shameless plugs, no kidding.
But I just want to know how it felt to have the most excellent singer, the handsomest man in the world, at such a young age. He must have been like.
She's not talking about me.
Oh. Okay, now let's talk.
He must have felt special, and you are.
Gosh, I met him when I was 14, and I knew who Elvis was, of course, and at that time, every teenager, liked him, and my father didn't really, and my mother didn't really care for him, his movements. I couldn't watch him on Ed Sullivan, although I did, through the doors of the creed, I had to see him, where the door has the, what do you call it, the space.
The
Yes,
space.
Thank you.
Yep.
And I did see him, and of course I had to run quickly to my room because my father was going in to get something from his room, so I had to quickly go. I ran so fast, I was afraid he was going to think I was having some kind of an attack or something. But I was impressed too. I was like every girl, young girl, even, women liked him. He was original. No one danced like that. No one moved like that. I mean, he was free. That was how he felt. When he even sing a song, he lived the song.
Right.
Just as he did, back in the day when he was free to to move and, and feel the music.
I'll tell you, I've read every single book that everything to do with Elvis and you, and
Yeah.
I kept track of your daughter and your grandchildren.
Thank you.
And it pains me that you had to go through so much in your life, losing so many family members.
Oh, thank
And
you.
I pray for you.
Thank you. That was so sweet of you. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you so much.
Okay, we're running out of time, and Priscilla has to get back to her table, so make your next...
I like this. This is better.
Believe me, I like you
I think
too.
I can be a little late, right?
What's that?
Can I be a little late?
You want to be a little late?
Well, let's see who can.
Okay, all right. I don't want to get yelled at, but you can have all the time you want with me, with us. Okay, with us. Hi, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Melanie from New Jersey, and I am a huge Elvis fan since I was really little. He was probably my first crush in life, like ever, much of my grandmother's chagrin. But I had random facts of him like in my head when I was 6 that she didn't know where I picked up. But my question is, how were you able to separate and find yourself like as your own person with having Elvis and all of that energy right next to you as your partner?
Oh, wow. I learned a lot. I learned to cope a lot. I learned, living with someone so famous and beloved, how to learn how to handle that, because women, a lot of women here too, were...
I wasn't born yet.
Maybe?
I said I wasn't born yet, so
Okay. You weren't born yet, yeah. I'll give you an example. We had a home in Palm Springs, and that's where Elvis would escape to, from Vegas. He would go there, and I would go and visit, and he would be with the guys. He always had the guys there too, and which was a lot of fun, but it was time, it was like a lot of guys, and it was just really me. So I said, you go. Why don't you go to Palm Springs? It was like after his gigs in Vegas. Then he goes, okay. And then about maybe 4 months later, I said to my friend Joan Esposito, who was Joe Esposito's wife. And Joe was first-hand man. I mean, he was Elvis's first-hand as far as going to get anything done. I trust Joe a lot. Anyway, I was very good friends with his wife. And I said, let's go up to Palm Springs and check out the house, because Elvis was in Vegas at the time. So we get to the house and I go to the mailbox, and when I go to the mailbox, it's filled with letters, and the letters were all girls, right? So, okay, that's okay, I get it. So I started reading the letters, which was not good. Not good at all. So reading this letter going, oh dear Elvis, I love being up here. It was so much fun. I want to come back. I hope you invite us, go back again. And another letter was, oh my God, we had so much fun out in the back of the pool and this and this. And I'm looking at that too. And all you guys are so much fun to be with. Please let us know when you're coming back. It was one letter after another. And I'm going, oh my God, he's living another life, totally another life. That was actually the beginning. That was like, I don't know if I could take this, right? So that kind of went on, and Elvis wanted to, all the guys now wanted to go on the weekend. And then I said, okay, well, that's all good, but I think we need another house because I need to have my own house to play in and have things over too. No kidding, I'm just kidding. But anyway, those were the little things that were starting to happen that kind of made me realize that, living with someone and having been married to someone so famous, so popular, so loving, and, women throwing themselves at him, and not just him, but mostly him, but the other guys too. So it was just hard for me as a wife to take. And, and that's when I said, I had to leave, that I think that he would be better, being with the guys and having a life that he wanted to live, which was shocking for him. But And I said I'd always be there for him, always, anytime he needed me, anything, only a phone call away. And that's how we left our relationship, and it was that way. So he didn't, and it was freeing somewhat for me, because now I didn't have to worry so much. I didn't have to think, well, who's he with, or where is he, or, you know, my friend Joni was the same way with Joe, or the same thing, because these guys, there was 6 of them all together. Elvis had 6 guys with him all the time, you know, which were all, I'm still close to a couple of them. Unfortunately, a few of them aren't with us anymore, but it was a different life. Being married to someone that famous, it's different, and you have to, you either cope with it or don't.
Thank you.
But don't get me wrong, he was an amazing human being. I mean, you would all love him. He was a guy's guy, and a woman's guy.
Thank you so much. You're such a beautiful person.
Okay, I keep getting this signal that we have to end, but are you having fun?
Yeah.
Do you want to do the last 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right.
So Scott from Boston, just a couple of quick questions. Do you have any favorite era of Elvis's music?
Oh, I think the first, when he first started out, I mean, he picked those songs himself, and he wasn't so controlled by Colonel. He was pretty free to be him. You know, even with the first movies he loved that he did, it just when Colonel started coming in and picking out what he felt that he should be doing.
And also, what do you think of a lot of his cover songs?
What?
A lot of his cover songs?
The cover songs.
Oh, from others?
Yeah.
Well, I think, listen, we don't have Elvis anymore. As long as someone is doing really good and keeping him with a whole new generation, I don't mind it. It's certainly not Elvis, but I think that's keeping his name out there and with the younger people. And I know a lot of people who have taken their kids to see the cover, the what do you call them?
Impersonators.
Impersonators, and these little kids are loving it. So I really have to, you know, I have to, at first I didn't like it, and then I'm seeing what's happening with these kids, young kids, who are dressed like Elvis.
Even 5-year-olds.
Yes, I know. And I'm thinking, you know, it's keeping him in the picture alive, and so I don't mind it.
Oh, good. Also, what do you think of Elvis's, he wanted to be a federal agent through President Richard Nixon. What do you think about that?
You said 2 questions. You got the lady behind you. We're running out of time.
Yeah, he did. He wanted to be all of that. He wanted to see Nixon, and he was really concerned about our country, and he wanted to do something to be able to keep our country together. He was really, you know, into the United States and was concerned about us. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
Okay, last question. Make it good, make it quick.
Okay. No, I didn't.
Hi, Priscilla. I'm Catherine. Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you too.
I want to take a small shift. So, after leaving the marriage, you have done so many different projects. Which one or ones do you think most represent you as Priscilla rather than Elvis's ex?
We said a short question. Oh my God.
No, I think of the movies that I've done, I think of just basically, it was my choice, the movies I loved, and I mean, Naked Gun, being on Dallas was great. That really freed me a bit of, you know, being my own person. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Rhode Island Comic Con. Round of applause for Priscilla. Standing ovation, please.
Thank you, everyone.
Now, before she leaves, I want you guys to go down to her table, buy an autograph, get a picture, get stuff, show your support, and go say hi. But most of all, go down and get some merchandise from Priscilla, okay? Thank you.